day world, you're tuned in to Financial Funnies, where the only thing compounding faster than interest is irony. Today's headlines come straight from Friday the 7th of November 2025, so buckle up, we're going around the world in 10 minutes and at least 12 laughs. First up, hot off the press, the Bank of England has voted 5-4 to keep interest rates at 4%. Governor Andrew Bailey says inflation has likely peaked, which is central bank code for "we really hope so." Markets took the decision like lukewarm tea. The FTSE 100 wobbled, Glitz yawned, and analysts started another round of rate cut guessing bingo. Meanwhile, bond investors urged Chancellor Rachel Reeves to double her fiscal buffer ahead of the autumn budget, because nothing says confidence like begging your own government for an emergency cushion. Over in Washington, the US Supreme Court heard arguments on whether presidents can slap tariffs on anything that moves. Economists are calling it the most exciting trade case since NAFTA, which tells you how thrilling trade law usually is. And in the recent Fed rate cut to 3.75%, a still running government shutdown, and the fact that Elon Musk just became the world's first paper trillionaire. And it's been a very normal American Friday. The EU Commission is bending over backwards to keep its budget overhaul alive. Brussels added a few sweeteners for farmers and regional funds to avoid a parliamentary revolt. It's the EU's version of "don't leave me on read." Inflation sitting near 2% and the ECB remains in its favourite pose, the downward facing hold. Over to BRICS, no brand new headlines dropped today, but the BRICS finance ministers are still in post-summit mode, pushing for IMF reforms and a global-backed trade system. The goal, less dollar, more drama. Expect fresh updates next week as Brazil and India push for faster adoption on the new BRICS Pay settlement network. Over in Zimbabwe, their economy is shining, literally, with gold exports booming and inflation dropping from 82% to 32%. The IMF says the country's on a path to stability, though loans remain frozen until arrears are cleared. Growth forecasts sit around 6.6% for 2025, proving that sometimes old-fashioned gold still beats newfangled crypto. And in Baghdad, the 2025 federal budget is still missing in action. Revenues fell while spending climbed, and economists warn of a short-term contraction before a 2026 recovery as oil quotas ease. In other words, Iraq's finances are like its weather, mostly hot, occasionally cloudy, and always political. Moving to Vietnam, Vietnam's factories are humming louder than your office printer at 4 p.m. The country's manufacturing PMI hit 54.5, the fastest expansion this year. Officials now aim for 8% growth in 2025 and 10% in 2026. Tariffs be damned. Moral of the story: when the world sneezes, Vietnam builds you the tissues. Over in Australia, the Reserve Bank of Australia keeps rate at 3.6%, declaring inflation risks persist. Translation: will wait until everyone else moves first. Meanwhile, New York fund Stone Peak is listing a 300 million Australian dollars infrastructure backed bond on the ASX. A reminder that Aussies love two things: concrete and coupons. And over to the crypto corner, my favourite, where crypto markets woke up moody. XRP trades near $2.70, boxed between whale buying and retail sighing. Big holders added $3 billion worth since October, while small traders cashed out for caffeine money. Bitcoin flirted with $100,000 before doing its usual midday panic drop. A Filecoin is still celebrating its 57% one-day moonshot. Blockchain may be decentralized, but the chaos feels very coordinated. And over to your Hackers Corner, where Sonic Wall confirmed its September breach came from a state-backed actor exploiting a single API call. And Curly Comrades malware uses Hyper-V in Windows 10 to sneak Linux VMs past EDR tools, a truly cross-platform crime. Cisco warned of its too fresh firewall bugs, letting attackers crash systems on run code as root. And a Russia-linked group posing as ESET spread fake antivirus installers across Ukraine. Moral trust issues aren't just for relationships, they're for downloads too. And over to the AI robots, the machines insist on getting the last word. Rivian launched Mind Robotics, a $115 million industrial AI spin-off promising a robotics data flywheel. No one knows what it means, but it sounds profitable. Xpeng unveiled 3 robo-taxis and a humanoid robot named Iron. It walks, it waves, and will probably judge your driving. And Palo Alto's K-Scale Labs folded after running out of cash for its 10,000 open source humanoid. The blueprints are now free online. Bring your own bolts. And MIT's new mapping AI lets robots build 3D maps in real time using just smartphone videos. Finally, technology that knows where it's going, unlike the rest of us. And to wrap it up, the BOE held, the Fed cut, the EU stretched, BRICS glittered, Zimbabwe glowed, Iraq sighed, Vietnam hustled, Australia chilled, crypto twitched, hackers hacked, and AI asked for a raise. And that's the world on the 7th of November 2025. Still spinning, still spending, and still a little ridiculous. I'm Demi. This was your Financial Funnies, where finance meets stand-up and everyone's welcome to short the punchlines. Have a fabulous Friday and weekend, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow on Charlie Ward's Insiders Club. Come and join us live. Ask all the questions that you need to know. So for now, bye-bye.